I remember probably about 8 or 9 years ago, we were looking for a car at that particular time, and we're looking for an SUV of a particular sort. And I remember we went to one particular car lot, and there was a very astute salesman. He knew all the details and the facts about the car. He was able to read almost from memory all of the specs on the car about its gas economy and about its fuel mileage and the size of the tire and the size of the engine. And guess what? He gave me all the facts about the car in a very scripted yet accurate way. And so as I continued my search, I began to meet another salesman who began to canvass on the same type of car. But he didn't just talk in a detailed way. He began to talk in an experiential way. He began to say, you can get 3 car seats on the second row of that car. He began to talk about exactly how you open and close the moonroof. He began to talk about the different things and places you could go in the SUV. And I began to ask, how do you know that you can get 3 car seats in the car? And how do you know it can handle a certain type of terrain? And he says, listen, Mr. Snell, I'm not just telling you what's on the sheet. He pointed over to the side and said, I drive one of these myself. In other words, one just had the script, the other had the experience. And what I'm saying is that some only have the script of Jesus. But do I have 7 folk that have the experience of Jesus, where you're not just telling folk what you heard somebody else say. You're not just telling folk what you read in a book, but your witness is a first-hand account of what God has done and operated in your life. Are y'all hearing me today, friends? Second thing that this story teaches us, beloved, is that a good shepherd always keeps count. See, the good shepherd notices what is happening with the sheep. And it's funny because Jesus asked the question, which of you having 100 sheep, if he had one that was to stray, would leave the 99 behind and go in search of the one until it was found? But understand that Jesus uses that number 100 with a theological and economical intentionality, because essentially what the Bible is saying is that if a shepherd had 100 sheep, he was a person of some type of means. In other words, if a shepherd, that a poorer or lower end shepherd would only have somewhere between 1 and 10 sheep, that maybe the average flock would be somewhere between 20 and 25 sheep. If you were doing pretty good, you would have around 50 sheep. But if you had 100, you were in a completely different tax bracket. So that to lose 1 out of 5, it was going to hurt the shepherd. To lose 1 out of 20, you were going to feel a financial pinch. To lose 1 out of 50, it affected your bottom line. But if you had 100 sheep, to lose 1, it meant it was something you could survive. So that the good shepherd that goes after the one lost out of 100 is not functioning out of need, he's functioning out of concern and love. Y'all didn't catch that today. In other words, the good sheep, the shepherd that represents Jesus, doesn't go after the lost because it hurts his soteriological bank account. He goes simply because he is in love of even the one that is left behind. Are y'all hearing me today, church?